Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Matt Luxton, and I'm really pleased, and I would like to thank you first of all for attending this seminar. The Secrets to True Health and Fitness is the title, and we're going to be discussing a lot of areas within health and fitness, and how you can really create the body that you want to be using in 2012. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matt Luxton. I'm a health and fitness coach. I run FA Fitness Personal Training and also the owner of Blast Fitness Camps based in Devon and Cornwall. So why are we here tonight? Well, you know what, there's more and more information out there than ever, but one thing that we're lacking is clarity. There's more and more confusion, there's more and more mixed messages sent out by the media, whether it be through TV programs, magazines, social media networks. So there's a lot of confusion around what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. So what we're here to do tonight is to create some clarity around those areas, and hopefully you'll go away with some answers and with some clues as to how to become successful in 2012. So who is this guy? Well, you know what? I love fitness from a really young age. Since I was about 5, I remember being really into every sport at school. Played every sport, played every games, right the way through my school years. When I got to 16, 17, I actually took my first gym instructor qualification. I was working in a leisure centre, and I became frustrated with the fact that I couldn't help people with something that I really felt passionate about. I was only allowed to do inductions, which I actually found even more frustrating because I knew more than I could tell them legally. So I then took things to the next level, went to Cardiff University, UWIC, and did a degree in sport and physical education. Whilst I was there, I did my YMCA fitness qualifications, the bits of paper that you have to do the job that we do. Not necessarily the bits that get the results, but that you have to have them. So we got them. I wanted more. I wanted to go and find myself somewhere that I could work, be around some of the best people in the industry, learn how they do things, learn how they get results, how they work with their clients. So I wrote a letter to Gold's Gym on Venice Beach, where Arnold Schwarzenegger worked. I actually spent a month there working with some of the top trainers in America, shadowing them with their clients, seeing how they ran their programs and conducted themselves around their clients. And then I really started to study. I searched for mentorships and courses to take things to the next level. Whilst I was there, I went to Long Beach in California. I went to the World Functional Training Summit, met some of the best trainers, still some of the best trainers in the world, and actually after that developed a link with one of those trainers and actually went and did a mentorship with him personally in Florida at the Institute of Human Performance. His name is Carlos Santana. After I finished at Gold's Gym in Los Angeles, I did some in-home personal training with bands and bodyweight, predominantly with some small dumbbells and some medicine balls. I was getting great results, and I wanted to take things to the next level. I'm actually only one of only 3 Institute of Human Performance functional training specialists in Europe, which I'm really proud of. Not because of the title, but mainly because of the grounds in which the Institute of Human Performance hold themselves and the way that they conduct themselves and their ethical ethos. So again, who am I? I've done the Elimination Diet Coaching course with Dax Moy, who is the UK's leading or most expensive exclusive personal trainer. Following his learning his nutritional approaches, how he gets his results. Dax is also now, he runs weeks away, which cost around about £20,000 to spend a week with him on your health, on your fitness, and a lot more. But just to give you an indication of the sort of like the seriousness of his caliber, that's the sort of money he charges for his time. I actually now only offer personal training by invitation, so I have a waiting list, and I'm starting to build a team now who are using my systems, who are going to be delivering results for their clients. At the minute, no one else is getting any results that I can see. They're mimicking mine. I've currently sort of worked with doctors and schools to deliver programs, presentations, and practical sessions with their clients, with their students. I created the Blast Fat Loss Mentorship, which is an online program. I also set up Blast Fitness Camps last year to provide a group exercise session, which still fitted into the way I like to do things with the client's health at interest first. Created a hot to trot cookbook, which is a document that I could produce for my clients to follow the nutritional plan with it a little easier. So I produced that, which is a full 132 pages of recipes that they can use. I also became an author this year of the Equestrian Athlete Plan. This was something that was quite close to my heart with my dad and my mum and my granddad being heavily involved in the equestrian world. I wanted to give something back to those people who were being very much underserved in terms of what they were receiving in terms of their exercise and nutritional guidance. I've written articles for various magazines and newspapers around my area that I like, that I've chosen, so in around fitness and health and nutrition. And I've also been mentored by Dax Moy, as I mentioned earlier, the most exclusive trainer in the UK, and also with Paul Mort, who is now one of the, he's spreading across the world in terms of his mentoring for people who run like boot camps, fitness camps. He's also like a really top guy in terms of his nutritional knowledge around fat loss, and also he works with a few Premiership footballers, Premiership rugby players, looking after their nutrition. So right from your clients right through to your athletes, he knows how to do it. So I'm currently being mentored by Paul actually in this year in 2012. So really looking forward to getting stuck into that. So my commitment to learning this year has taken me to Thailand with a masterminding group. I've done back pain courses with a colleague of mine, Austin Lawrence. I've done performance coaching, learning about lifestyle and how I can help people with their much more holistic approach. The elimination diet coaching course that I mentioned earlier. I went to Edinburgh recently and did the Training for Warriors certification with Martin Rooney, who is who owns sort of 65 franchises across America. He also is a coach for a lot of the NFL players in the draft. Like I said, private mentoring with Dax Moy and also private mentoring with Paul Mort. So, and all of this is for this. The only reason that I love doing what I do is because I can get results, I can change people's lives, and this is just one instance here with a client of mine, Darren, who in 4 weeks absolutely smashed it. And is still smashing it. Now, I'm not saying this to impress you, but just to impress upon you that this is something that I feel really passionate about. It's something I really want to develop. I want to be the best I can. I want to give the best service I can, and it's just the way I want to run my business. I want to be the best. I want to offer the best, and so I have to learn with the best. So there's no preaching here tonight. This is just the way I do things. If you can take it or leave it at the end of the night. But I'm just telling you what I do every day, and it works. I didn't invent any of the exercises or anything that are in my program. I just put them into a system that fits my philosophy of health, fitness, and then fat loss as a consequence of those two. These are bits that I work and I love them. So I created the holistic system and called it Blast Training Systems. Okay, enough of me. Tonight is about you. Becoming the best version of you. Okay, after tonight. A little bit of admin, so the fire escapes are over there. And we're going to have a question and answer session at the end. And I'd ask you if you can just turn your mobile phones off now so we don't get any distractions during the evening. There's a few things that concern me before we go too far. A few things that I'm sure you're aware of, but you need to be aware of them. Okay, be careful of the websites and media. Okay, they're largely unsolicited and checked, so you need to be careful of the information that you read on there, and in terms of their actual facts. Be aware of companies that claim they're concerned with your health when they load their products with chemicals. Beware of entities that follow methods, not principles. Okay, so things that are going to get you great results, or not even great results, going to get you what seems like a great result very quickly, but then you're not going to. Your long-term health is not their interest. What I can't do tonight is I can't teach you 8 years of learning in 1 hour, but I'm going to give you as much as I can. I'm going to give you my best stuff. What got me the results in 2011, which was a great year. I'm also going to be telling you a little bit about how I'm going to be changing a few things this year to get better results. So by the end of tonight, hopefully you'll understand that health comes first, and then fitness and fat loss will follow after that. Okay, health and fitness come, and then as a consequence, normally a healthy body will not store excess body fat. Okay, create clarity around sources of stress and why the removal of stress underpins everything. Okay, know how to eat in and around training. Discover the 4 most common training mistakes that I see those who train by themselves make. Okay, or those who just head off to the gym unguided. Be aware of the common trends in modern training. Okay, because these are the things you're going to see in your newspapers, your magazines, your TV programs. Be careful of them. Okay, I'm just going to make you aware of them, and have the tools to put into practice what you learned tonight. So hopefully, I'm going to give you some tips, give you some tools that you can take away and actually start implementing tonight. Okay, your body is your real bank account. Okay, you just keep dipping into your body, into your bank account. Eventually, you're going to end up with a sick bank account, and you're going to keep borrowing from that, and it's going to become more and more sick. Okay, so if you're late paying bills, if you're late to bed, that's going to give you a poor credit rating and poor performance the next day. Okay, it's the same. Your body is the only real bank account you've got. Okay, because if you're not looking after that, your other bank account isn't going to be looking after itself either. So this really, you want to be thinking about your body as a bank account. You cannot constantly keep dipping into it, abusing it, and not expect to get sick or face the ramifications at the end of it. I like the stress bucket. This idea was proposed by an ergonomist called Seth Godin. He basically talked about the way that stress builds up. We have lots of different stresses in our life: emotional, lifestyle, nutritional, exercise, money. We've got environmental stress. We've got all different stresses. And when that stress bucket fills up, so you've got little bits of stress all the way through. You're going to bed late. You're drinking too much alcohol. You're smoking cigarettes. You're in a polluted area in terms of where you work. You're not getting enough sunlight, so your environment's not right. You're not exercising. You're not getting the nutrition that you need. All of a sudden builds up, and one day somebody pulls out in front of you and hits you and you crash your car because you're not awake. Then all of a sudden your stress bucket is filled over, and that's when you relapse. You get sick. You get ill, and you make mistakes. I like to think of this like sort of a total body burden. Dax, my mentor, talked to me about this total body burden. Okay, so we look at that, and you think about all the stresses that are on you, and all of a sudden you've got too much stress, and your body just crumbles. Okay, and you can't make it up the hill. Okay, so the next task, the next day that you're trying to make it to work, you've just too much on your mind. There's too much demand placed on your body. You're not recovering between your training sessions. Your total body burden then goes up. Okay, and you end up in a situation where you relapse and you can't carry on. You get sick, you get ill. So if you take nothing else away from tonight, I want you to remember that you should remove stress before you add it. If you take nothing else away, I really want you to remember this. You will succeed if you remove those stresses before adding any more. You will succeed in your goals if you take away known stresses before adding any more. So this comes right off the bat with management and measuring. You can only manage what you measure. Okay, you cannot possibly know if what you're doing is correct without measuring it. Okay, this is one of the purposes of my Hot to Trot nutritional plan, is that we remove stress before anything else. Okay, so this is the key to results. So my core beliefs around nutrition is clean, whole, naturally sourced foods, remove stress, the known toxins to our body. Okay, supportive nutrition. Okay, so supplementation if we need to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and also to reducing sugar will help with this. Efficiency. Okay, so nutrient-dense foods, not calorie-dense. Alkalize your foods, so taking away the acidic foods, which we're going to talk about later on. Okay, so reducing stress on the vascular system. When we eat acidic foods, the blood sugar levels go up. This is very stressful, causes inflammation within the vascular system. Okay, increases in blood pressure. Actually increases then in terms of cortisol levels as your body needs to get the sugar out of the blood. Okay, keeping it simple, so there's no stupid coloured days, no shakes, no calorie counting. It's just about clean, whole, naturally sourced foods. Okay, and enjoy it. If you don't, it won't be a lifelong pattern. Okay, this is what the nutritional plan is all around. It's about a lifelong pattern of eating. What does this diet mean to you? What does diet mean to you as a word? Okay, this is what I think it means. Okay, restriction. And people get stressed by this. When we say restriction, we're talking about, when we say diet, we think restriction. We think, I can't eat this, I can't eat this, I can't eat this. I can't eat as much of that. Or, I'm now what am I going to eat? So you get really stressed, okay, by this. And this is actually one of the things that causes an increase in the stress hormone, because people feel like this restriction is, and actually, it can be worse. Removal of the things we like. yeah, some of the things that we do like may not be actually good for us, but people do get stressed by this. So you need to remove these things because for a reason. You're not just doing it for any old reason. You're removing certain food groups, certain types of foods from your diet to reduce stress.